Yeah. What's going on, Israel? We're about to get it in. Another Sunday night scriptures, unscripted in here. Got my man Our Bod in the building. What's going on? Gonna rock out, get into this class. Glad to see y'all. Y'all coming in, y'all coming up in here. We doing the thing. We the ISUPK, holding it down for Fayetteville, North Carolina. Any questions? You got any questions? Go ahead and type them in. Anything you want to know about that Bible? Let's go ahead and rock it out. Okay. All questions are welcome. Ain't no, we good over here. All right. Let's get it in. We about to rock it. Bear with me 1 second. We're trying to set this thing up. If you're coming in, good to see you. Glad you're here. Glad we warring and fighting them demons together. You know, coming against Satan and all his demons. You know, not falling for the white man's plays and all the nonsense he got going on for Israel. We're gonna change the earth, fix this thing. If you come in, you got any questions? Shalom, sis. Shalom, y'all. Shalom. I thought about Shemel Shah. All right. Anybody got any questions? Log them in. Type them in. Okay. Glad to see y'all. We here with another Sunday. Today is going to be. We're going into a little bit of Job, little bit of Christ. Anything y'all trying to go into, we're gonna get it in. I know I got my main man, Our Bod, with me right here, rocking it out. If you want to chime in at any time, Our Bod, you know how we do it.
Oh yeah, I got you.
All right. So first, see if I open my joint. Bear with me 1 second. All right. First, we're gonna get into a little bit of Christ lineage. I know we brought this out maybe about a month ago, but we're gonna go to Matthew's 1:1. Okay, Matthew 1:1. And tonight, I'm getting into Christ a little bit, but at the same time, if y'all want to go, anybody got anything they want to bring out or questions, we can always take it off topic. So we don't got to only log in or stay locked in to Christ. We can kind of go off topic if y'all want. It's all good. Tonight is time for y'all to really say what you want, bring it out, rock it out.
Scriptures unscripted.
There you go. Okay. So Matthew 1:1.
Comic-Con is the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ.
The book of the generation of Jesus Christ. A lot of the things we're seeing right now is where it talks about Christ being God. Christ is not the most high God. Okay. So Christ having a lineage is important. Why? Because if you have a father, your father has a father. You came from a man and a woman. Christ came from a man and a woman. Read it again.
The book of the generation of Jesus Christ.
The book of the generation of Jesus Christ. This right here is already letting you know that Christ has a generation. Christ has a lineage. Christ had a father that he came from. His father was Joseph. Joseph had a father that he came from. All the way back up. The Lord didn't send Christ in the earth just straight from him.
Right.
The Most High God made Christ. Yes. But that took place long before Christ was sent here as a man, when he came through Joseph and Mary and was born as a child out of Mary's womb from Joseph's semen. We rocking it out. We getting it in tonight. Joseph and Mary had sex and made Christ. But there was a time where the Most High God made Christ way before then. And we're going to get into a little bit of that tonight.
Salakia, you got a question here.
Oh, let's get it.
Said, wouldn't the generation also include the other people that grew up around Christ?
Wouldn't the generation also include the other people that grew up around Christ? What do you mean by that? What do you mean, wouldn't the generation also include the other people that grew up around Christ? Are you saying that there were other people at that time that had forefathers and things like that? What do you mean exactly?
Salakia, if I may.
Please.
I think the sisters talk about like how we say the older generation, the newer generation. I think she's thinking that the generation of Jesus Christ is like the how we say the year 2000s or the what's that thing we say now about the new kids, the Generation Z, the Gen Z. You know how we say the Gen Z? I think that's what she's referring to when she asks about the other people that grew up around Christ. Is that she might be talking about the whole generation of people around Christ, not his lineage. And I think that's the disconnect, the lineage and the generation.
Oh, I can see that. I can see what you're saying. Let's see what she's saying. It could be a whole nother thing.
Right.
Okay. 7 to 12. I'm trying to pull the scripture at the same time. But yeah, Christ got a lineage. Okay. The people at that time, just like today, if you got a father and a mother, your father and mother got a father and mother, and they got a father and mother, grandparents, great grandparents, so on and so forth. So Christ has those too. But we also gonna get into how the Most High God created Christ a long time ago from the beginning. We're gonna get into a little bit of that also. Okay. Oh, okay. So there you go. Gen X, Gen Alpha, and stuff of that nature. So wouldn't the generation also include the other people that grew up around Christ? But see, if she's saying the generations, yeah, you got, different people of that time. Is that what I'm getting all about?
So like she was basically saying the same thing I was saying. How you got Gen X, Gen Z.
That time?
At that time. How we say like the younger generation, the older generation.
Oh, yeah. You got generations. Right.
She was
like now.
Asking Salakia. She was asking the generation of Jesus Christ. Does that generation of Jesus Christ include all of the people? Like how we would say the generation of Aratazar. Does that include all of your generation of people, the people your age? That's what she's trying to say.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. It wouldn't include like the people it's talking about. Let's get it.
Okay.
We're gonna go there. We're gonna go right in line for it. I done lost my place right here. Go ahead. You got it all about.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ.
Keep going.
The son of David.
Keep going.
The son of Abraham.
The son of David and the son of Abraham. This is right in line with Christ going down from his family's lineage. So yeah, you got other people. Yeah, you got different generations of other folks. But this is talking about the generation of Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. I got a question for y'all. Who was the son of David and who was the son of Abraham? She said, basically, the people he was sent to teach the way of God. No, this right here in Matthew 1 is talking about Christ's lineage. From all the way from David, from Abraham, Isaac, all the way down into when you read verse 17 or 18, all the way down to Joseph. Because Christ was the one that was supposed to come from the lineage of David. So you had other generations, like I know you bringing up Gen Z and now all this other stuff, but just like I have a generation, my father has a father, my father's father has a father. Our Bod has a dad too, but our Bod's dad isn't my dad, even though his father and my father, they probably come from the same generation, just like me and our Bod come from the same generation. But this Matthew generation is in direct line with Christ.
Right.
All the way back through Joseph, all the way up to Isaac, Abraham, David, and all of them. Because the only way, that was one of the criterias for Christ to be able to be the Christ. He had to come from the lineage of David the same way God said it was supposed to be. The Lord said that he was going to set someone up after David that would sit in that seat and rule the nation of Israel. That's how you know that it's talking about the Christ. If somebody came outside of David's line, then you know he ain't the Christ.
Right.
Because the Lord told David that there was one to come, that this person that's coming is going to be the one set up to rule Israel, to come from that line. So this is a direct line, that how we know that Christ come from a man and that Jesus Christ is not the Most High God. Because guess what? Who created the Most High God? You can't keep going back because he's the Most High. But we do know that Christ was created by something,
Right.
being the Most High. So right now we're reading about the generation of Jesus Christ. Okay, so read that one more time. Verse 1.
Comic-Con is the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ.
And the people that Christ was sent to show the truth and to teach were Israelites too. So you had older people, younger people, all during that time. You had elderly people, you had children, you had men, women, all of that going on at that time that Christ was teaching and breaking the scriptures to and showing them. Even them Sadducees and Pharisees, even they were of ages older, younger, and this, that, and the other, that he was breaking the script down to and dropping that knowledge on at that time. Okay. So the son of David, the son of Abraham. So who was the son of David? David's son was Solomon. Also, the son of Abraham was Isaac. So when you go and you read about Isaac and you read about Solomon, why is it being specific? Why is it saying the son of David, the son of Abraham? Jesus Christ was not the straight out of the womb son of David. Solomon was. But why is it saying it here that he's the son of David? Because Christ was Solomon too. Now we're dropping bombs. I told y'all 2 weeks ago we was going to get it in. I told you 2 weeks ago we was going to drop bombs tonight. Okay. You read in Matthew 1 and 1. Christians love to go to the New Testament and Jesus and Matthew. And you read it where it says the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David. Who was the son of David? Solomon was the son of David. Who was the son of Abraham? Isaac was the son of Abraham. That was chosen. Abraham had who? 8 sons? But the Lord, through Abraham, had Isaac as the chosen one. And Isaac, Christ was that same spirit of Isaac too. You got Solomon, you got who we got? We got Adam, we got Melchizedek with the appearance, we got Isaac, we got Solomon, and we got Christ as he came in that time. All of that in reincarnation was Christ. All of them times he was here. And all of them times we learn through this whole Bible is talking about him. And that's the value of Christ anyway. We keep discounting, discrediting, and making this Bible and the Lord, and we keep making Christ be something small. This whole thing is talking about him. Okay. So verse 2, please.
Verse 2. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Judas and his brothers.
So now we getting into the breakdown of the lineage and going down the line. But why did it start this way? Because Christianity ain't going to show you exactly what it's talking about. First of all, Christianity don't even teach about reincarnation and the coming back. It don't even break down the understanding and the spiritual part about what this is, about people dying and being reborn again, coming back. You die and you come back again. You die and you come back again. They don't even break that down. But right here, you reading, and that's the thing that went over a lot of people's heads. You read the book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. And over the Christians' heads, they don't even pay attention that David's son is Solomon and that Abraham's son is Isaac. And that was Christ then too. And if anybody don't understand what I'm saying, please come in the chat because we're going to get into it, okay? So take me to 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter, and the 12th verse, 7 and 12. Let me catch up with you for a second. We're going to break it down for you here. Anybody else got anything coming on? Oh, shalom. Y'all shalom. Good to see y'all getting it in. Ask your questions. You know, we dropping it tonight. We're getting into Christ. Okay.
So 2 Samuel.
2 Samuel 7 and 12. All right. I'm going to let them get there. 2 Samuel 7 and 12. All right. We done been here. That's what I'm trying to show tonight. Tonight, we're going to show about Christ. We're going to talk about the Lord. We're going to show you that this Bible was talking about Christ the whole time. Yeah, it talk about the Israelites. It talk about the Most High. It talk about our height. It talk about our falls. You got laws. You got Moses. You got Egypt. You got the prophecies about America falling. You got all that. But right now, we're going to bring out Christ. And we're going to bring out about how he was here before. And we're going to go back into himself. We might get a little Job tonight if we got time. If I would buy it, don't let me run on. Oh. Okay. But 2 Samuel 7 and 12. Come on with it.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7 and verse 12. And when the days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy father.
And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. What is that talking about? It's talking about death. When your days are fulfilled and you go to sleep with the fathers. Remember, the forefathers are gone. But when you go to sleep with the fathers, when I die, when these brothers leave this earth, we're going to go sleep with the fathers. Our spirits are going to be at rest too. Keep going.
Khan, I will set up thy seed after thee.
I will set up thy seed after thee. What is that saying? That means the Lord is going to set up a seed after this man, after Solomon, after these rulers, because they dead and gone now. But the Lord said He's going to set up seed after thee. If I have a son, that's my seed. He come from me. He gonna have sons. They gonna be seeds. So them seeds are being set up after me. I'm gone. I'm dead and gone, but they being set up now. Keep going.
I will set up thy seed after thee,
right,
which shall proceed out of thy bowels.
Which shall proceed out of thy bowels. You don't get a man without, you don't get a child or a man without a man laying with a woman. He put that seed in her, that semen in her, and then that semen cracked that egg, and then that child is formed in the womb, and then that child comes out. That's the only way we've been here.
Right.
That's the only way you get children. Ain't no magical shit come out the sky, and then some magical thing, some God just comes down here and puts a baby in some woman, and now a child comes out.
Right.
That don't even make sense. Everybody on this planet got here through sex. A man laying with a woman. So why the hell do Christians make this shit so damn magical? Like God's to take his power and come to the earth and put a baby in a woman, and now here comes some child.
Right.
Hell no. Man lays with woman, woman has baby. If you catch her on the right time of the month, that you shoot the club up, that woman get pregnant, here come a baby, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You better go ask them Judites and them Puerto Ricans. They know well. Women get the laying down, the man get the woman, you know what I'm saying? Here the babies come. This shit happens every day.
Right.
But Christianity make it so fucking magical and try to twist the shit out about it. I'll be like, well, how hard is it to understand the fact that your ass got here?
Right.
You got here because a man laid with a woman and you here. But it's hard because the indoctrination of Christianity takes it and puts it and switches up the Bible to make you think God, the Most High God, made Christ with a woman and Joseph ain't got nothing to do with it. That's how diabolical the shit get. It gets so bad that our records and our knowledge and information and the fact that we Black and Hispanic, our fathers get discredited. Y'all want to discount Joseph too. But we in the truth gonna count Joseph. We counting Joseph.
Right.
Because the Lord counted Joseph.
That's right.
Through his line came the king. Through David's line to Joseph came Christ. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were about to say something.
Oh, so like I was gonna say something.
Yeah. Oh, you was about to say something.
Kind.
Oh shit.
Which
Come
is so heavy because
Shalom,
if Christ was the actual son of the Most High Power, if you being Joseph are raising a son that is not yours, that would be your what? Your stepson. So why would your stepson be in your lineage? Why would your stepson be in the lineage that you have that says he comes from you?
Right.
He wouldn't come from you. He would come from the Most High Power. So it's an oxymoron to say that I have a stepson named Christ that it belongs to my lineage.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to pay attention to what the scripture's talking about. Don't let Christianity and the idea of your grandma fool your ass. Don't let them fool you. We trying to tell you the truth of the matter. We're going to run it down using the scripts to help you understand exactly what the Lord is talking about.
Right.
Don't make the truth. The truth ain't magical. Christianity is magic. Christianity is the Mickey Mouse with the Fantasia movie, with the thing on their head and shit, with the little horn, and then the magic with the wands and stuff. That ain't the truth. The truth is practical. The truth is in your face.
Right.
To where you can't deny it. You're going to tell me that God said in the written words, the Lord done laid down in Matthew 1:1, the generation of Jesus Christ. And now you want to make it magical that God came down and impregnated Mary. How messed up can you be? It's telling you about his generations and using the very men that laid down the generations through David all the way to Joseph that made Christ.
Right.
Joseph and Mary had sex and made Christ. Just like your ass was made in the ghetto too.
Right.
A black man laid with a woman and brought you forth. But you want to discount this man. That's the wickedness that we talking about. Don't discount no black man. Black man, you raising up the kid, you the best in the earth. You black men are the best fathers in the earth. Even the devil did statistics. The white man did a statistic. Says everybody want to believe Esau and the devil. The white man did statistics on who's the better father. And he even said and gave it up that black men are better fathers. But they do propaganda in Hollywood and TV to make you look like you're not the best. But if you go and do some research and statistics, black men are the best fathers in the earth. Hispanic men are the best fathers. That's what we telling you. And Christians gonna discount Joseph. If it weren't for the men of God, Christians would have wrote Joseph out years ago. Christians would have took Joseph out the Bible and said he didn't even exist. You know that because they saying that God made Christ and all this. How the hell God made Christ, but Jesus is God? What the hell are you talking about? They ain't got me on our body and got me on and ran.
And it's Salakia, if I may, sir.
Come on, our body.
Salakia. It's crazy because they say what? Jesus is God.
They say Jesus is God.
Jesus is God. So how can God come down? If God is the creator of the whole earth, and God is the one that gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, what kind of God would he be to break his own law? If God impregnated Mary, that would mean God committed adultery against another man's wife. Why would God break his own law to bring forth his son into the world?
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Right.
It doesn't make sense at all for a God to give us a law and then turn around and he himself break the law he gave us.
What's the point? And if you trying to say the Most High God, to piggyback off our body, you trying to say the Most High God is going to come down here and not only die on a cross by the hand of man, but then talk to him to himself? What kind of psycho God you talking about? The Most High God didn't come down here and die. It says that he sent his son. Get me that first. Let's finish off 12, please, and we're going to go there too. We're going to get it in tonight. I'm glad to have y'all up in here. I'm glad y'all rocking it out with us. We getting it in. Shalom, sis. Y'all shalom, the rib of Officer Matabar. Glad to have you up in from New Orleans. Come on with it, Awabah.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7 and verse 12. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom.
Keep going.
Verse 13. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
Right. So did Solomon's throne last forever? No, it didn't. David's throne, couldn't be king forever, but that's his throne. But Solomon didn't reign forever either. Otherwise, we would have Solomon right now. But we don't have Solomon right now. We got Yahushua the king waiting and wanting for him to come back and rule this planet Earth with the 12 tribes and then everybody else on the bottom. Israel is the one that's going to rule as a nation, and Christ's going to be the one to sit on the throne of David. But Solomon's throne didn't last forever. That's how you know who it's talking about. Keep going.
Verse 14. I will be his father.
I will be his father. Keep going.
And he shall be my son.
And he shall be my son. Keep going.
If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men.
Keep going.
Verse 15. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before thee.
Right. This is talking about David's name, but Solomon was the one that came after David, and then is going into Christ because he's the one that's going to rule forever. And we about to read it now. Keep going.
Verse 16. And thine and thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever. Before thee, thy throne shall be established forever.
The throne was going to be established forever. That's what we got to get to. Because though David established that throne, somebody's going to sit on that throne forever. Who's going to sit on the throne forever? That's Christ. David was the one, the man with my own heart, as the scriptures say. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, for the Lord. But David could not stay on that throne. Solomon couldn't stay on that throne. But Christ is going to be on that, going to be on David's throne in that end time. This is what we talking about, man. This is what we bringing out, is that you're not going to get the understanding of what this thing is. Because when you read Matthew 1:1 and you understand the generations of Christ, the Christ came from the generation of David. That's what the Lord was talking about here. Because did Solomon's throne reign forever? No. But Christ's throne gonna be the one that reign forever. And David is the one that established the seat. But David couldn't hold the throne down forever. You got to understand these breakdowns in these scriptures. Okay. Oh, all to Zion. Shalom. Okay. No, and the water to you, sir. The water to you. And I on the bar. All right. Carry me over to Ecclesiastes 1:9. Ecclesiastes 1:9. That's what we bringing out. Is that what we about to get into is there ain't no new thing under this sun. That's the scripture he about to read. Ain't no new thing under this sun. When you die and you come out, when you come out, what you realizing is you come into the earth and you don't know nothing from before when you got here. You don't know nothing else, but you here now. But the Most High know that you was here before, and that's another thing. We're gonna get that too. Hold on, let me. If you give me a second, we're gonna get the Lord knew. We're gonna get a couple scripts. Bear with me, please. We're gonna get that, but we're gonna get this. The Lord knew you before. I might be saying the Lord knew. Yeah, I think that's the one. Jeremiah, was it 1:5? I think I brought that out last week or the week before. Okay. But hold Jeremiah 1:5. Get me Ecclesiastes 1:9. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 1:9 first. Let's go there.
Con is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that hath been.
The thing that hath been you. Come on.
It is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
There ain't no new thing under the sun, including you. Ain't no new thing under the sun. The things that were here before is here now, including you. If I may, could you mind if I could? Because I know it's yours. Oh, that's a brother. That brother said, do you, nigga? You know, I remember a brother told me, made me made some food. And he was like, man, I ain't about to serve you in my house. I said, oh, I got you, Hawk. You good. You good. You ain't got to worry about that. The brother went out his way to cook some food. He was like, nigga, I ain't about to serve you in my own house. He did. I'm saying not under orders, but he was being brotherly. He was like, you know what I'm saying? You go ahead and get your own, man. I made it for you. Which was the brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I made it for you. You good. I'm just going like do these little frankincense and myrrhs. You know. Bear with me. I like to keep jumping. The water I will buy being so patient with me.
Sweat.
There we go. Yeah. We keep culture. Matter of fact, let me put this right here. I'm gonna put it right there. All right. Anybody, come on with anybody again, got any questions? Please come on and hit me with them. You know, I've been yearning to answer these questions, break down these scripts, okay? But while we're here right now, read that again, our Bob, please.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9.
All right.
The thing that hath been.
The thing that hath been.
It is that which shall be.
It is that which shall be, because you were here before, you're going to be here again. The things that were of before going to be here again. When you go in the record of the Bible, you're going to see about Egypt. You're going to see about Sodom and Gomorrah. You're going to see about Rome. You're going to see about all these different empires, the Persians, the Medes, all these different empires done came back, and you done came back too. Them Sadducees and Pharisees, them traitors, them liars on the Lord, the ones that didn't know the scriptures are back today. Them Sadducees and Pharisees, them ones, them TD Jakes and them Creflo Dollars, they back today. Here they are all over again. And you back here all over again. The same way they was battling Christ back then, they battling you today. The same way they got their mega churches and all their phylacteries and gold and money and power back then, here they are back today. And you watching them fall too. You watching TD Jakes fall under his illness, trying to thank God when he done got put and hospitalized. You done saw that other preacher, I don't even know his name.
Bishop
the other,
Winans.
who?
Winans.
Bishop Winans. He done got struck too. You watching them. You seeing the same Sadducees and Pharisees from then, and you watching the prophets today. Y'all better pay attention, man. We dropping this thing, Nick. It's about time to lock in. You better not slip and miss this thing. This thing here is going down. You take it back to Creflo and Bishop, the TD Jakes and Eddie Long and them. You go back 20 years. They was running things, but they ain't running shit no more. You better pay attention to the prophets. Remember, when you read about the scriptures when they came, they was trying to tear the roof off the place to get the power. They was trying to tear the roof off. You're going to see the time when I remember Cap told me and the brothers a few years back, he said, you better pay attention to what's happening because you're going to have Black and Hispanic people kicking your door in just to learn the truth, just to know what's going on, just to have protection. You better recognize how important this truth is. And for you sisters too, you better recognize the man you with. If you got a man of God in the UPK, you better stand with that man. And we're going to get into that too. That's going into Job also. That's going into Job when Job was afflicted and his wife was on him about it. Okay? Talking about you still want to serve, you still want to honor this God and all this stuff. And that woman was a light bitch. She was a light bitch at the time. But what we're going to do is show you how to be a strong sister for your man. And you brothers, we're going to show you how to be a man. And we're going to show you how to serve the Most High. Right. That's what we doing. What the fuck is the point if we not going in heavy? If we not going in strong? We've been up since 4 a.m. and we still getting it in. Right. I showed up to the school. Officer Zion pulled up with all the energy. I said, damn, I need some more energy too. If he listening to me, if he hear me, I was like, oh shit, I'm trying to keep the energy he got. Why? Because yeah, you might be tired. Yeah, you might be worn out by the rent and the bills. Yeah, you might be worn out by the kids, the children, and the school work and the homework and buying the right clothes and dressing them up, changing diapers, doing all this. This person calling you for the car note, this person you calling you for the rent. You got to change the diaper over here. You got to drive 30 minutes over here to make it there. You got to come right back 30 minutes to do this. You got to go over there to do that. Yeah, it's strenuous. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it get meticulous and all that big words. It get ridiculous. But you still standing for the thing. And you standing for the Lord so that way you can bring the children back. That's the point. You get tired and you get hungry and it get redundant and ridiculous, but that's what you got to suffer in order to be with the Most High. And guess what's going to come out on the other end? It may be raining today, but it's going to be sunny tomorrow, and then it's going to rain again. And your ass better be right there serving the Most High God. That's the point. That's why we bringing this thing out. I don't know what I blame you for this tonight. This your fault. Officer Zion said, Razazah, this your fault. Salagi, I'm blaming our bond tonight. This your fault. While we trying to go in. I told the brothers the other day, I said, I don't know how y'all handle 2, 3, 4, 5 children, but I thank you for your work and I thank you for your sacrifice. I got one son and I'll be in fetal position. I want to see my son. I'll be like, I miss my son. I'll be wanting to see my son, man. Like, nigga, tighten up, nigga. We all sacrificing. I got 4 children I don't get to see. And I'm with you at camp. I'm with you in class. I'm with you when I ain't with you. And your integrity got to be strong. You at home by yourself and them demons messing with you, call that nigga. Call that brother, and we gonna come through and we gonna bring the strong, the chicken wings, the bread, and all of that. Because that's what's important. That is you, nigga. You important. You brothers are important. You sisters are important. Please, our God. Come on with it. Where we at?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
There ain't no new thing under the sun. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't no new thing under the sun. Ain't nothing changed with this truth. Ain't nothing changed about what's going on. The same thing happening in America is the same thing happening in Egypt. You are living in a carbon copy of Egypt. Am I lying? Remember, all the technology, all the advances, and all the power that Egypt had is the same power that America got. Egypt had the children of Israel in captivity for 400 years. America got Egypt, and America got Israel like Egypt in captivity for over 400 years. The same thing that hit Egypt and then plagues is the same thing coming to America. Best believe it's coming. COVID-19 was just a little sprinkle of power. A little sprinkle of power from the Lord. And the Lord gonna deliver the children of Israel the same way he delivered the children of Israel back in the days of Egypt. That's what he gonna do. That's what he gonna do. Why? Because he loved the children of Israel. He loved you. And even get me Malachi 1:1 real quick so I can show how we was getting down with the Lord, how we was talking with the Lord. And at the same time, the Lord showed us what time it really was.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 1. The word of the Lord that came to Malachi, the Mazarite, in the days of Jotam, Achaz, and Hezekiah, the kings of Judah, which he saw concerning Samaria and Jerusalem. Verse 2, hear ye, Slakia, hear all ye people, hearken, O earth, and all that therein is, and let the Lord God be witness against you, the Lord from his holy temple. For behold, the Lord cometh forth out of his place, and will come down and tread upon the high places of the earth.
Nope. That's
Micah.
We'll get that. I'm sorry. 3:1. I think it's 3:1.
That was Micah.
Oh, that was Micah?
Come on.
Okay, take your time.
This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord.
There you go.
To Israel by Malachi.
The burden of the word to Israel. Come on.
Verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord.
God said, I have loved you, saith the Lord. Keep going.
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
We said, how you love us. Because when we going through abortions, drugs, robbery, murder, all these different things, how you love us, Lord? And we going through these things.
Right.
How you love us? You see what the fuck is going on in Fayetteville? I'm blaming our God. It says, how you love us, man. You think about all the men and the children that get murdered and robbed the boys that grow up to be homosexuals, the women that get molested and raped in here. The community ain't doing shit. Nothing's happening right in the black community. Our men are messed up, the women messed up, the children are messed up. All over the earth. How you love us? Look at what's going on. Look at what's happening. Keep going.
Verse 2, I have loved you, saith the Lord.
The Lord said he loved us. Keep going.
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
The Lord said he loved us and hated Esau. Keep going.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
And laid his mountain, laid them over there in the wilderness. They ain't nothing. But the point I was bringing out is how we question the Lord. We ask, how you love us because of what's happening. This is the thing that black people say all the time. Niggas can't get right. He ain't gonna fix them niggas. Black people will never get right. Bernie Mac had a joke about how black people won't get right. When he made the joke about going to heaven, and the way to get into heaven was asking him a question that God couldn't answer. And he said, when black people gonna come together? And he made a joke that God could not answer that when will black people come together and let them into heaven? Go on YouTube and look up Bernie Mac God joke, where he said that when will black people come together? The joke is that black people will never come together, and God couldn't answer when we come together. That's what this is trying to say. We questioned and said, what? How you love us? Because of what we got going on in our community, in our world. If you in Fayetteville, go to Van Story Hills and ask them, do God love them? They gonna say, yeah. But they devils. They white. They gonna say God loved them. They living good. But you go to Murchison Road, you go to Bunce Road, you go to Bonnie Doon and find out if they love you. That's the question. Do the Lord love them? Yeah, the Lord loved them. The Lord loved them over there. But we got to teach each other. We got to show the way back to the Most High. Give a damn about no Van Story Hills when I got brothers and sisters in these neighborhoods suffering and dying. Got to deal with the immediate first. That's what we trying to say. Okay? Come on with it. That was it on that? All right. Carry me over. That was Ecclesiastes. That was it on Ecclesiastes, right?
God.
Okay. Take me to Psalm 104 and 29. Give me Psalm 104 and 29. All right. That's what we trying to bring out. And I'm thankful for this thing here tonight. Was a beautiful night. Any questions y'all got, please log them in. Please don't hesitate. All right.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 104 and verse 29. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to their dust.
Hey, read it again.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 104 and verse 29. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to their dust.
And return to their dust. You die, that body going back to the dust. You die, that body sitting in that wake in that casket. Just like anybody that die, anybody that go away. Keep going.
Verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit.
Thou sendest forth thy spirit. The Most High is the one in control in bringing your spirit in and out, life and death. Read it again. Verse 30.
Thou sendest forth thy spirit. They are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth.
They are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. That's you. You die and go into the dust. The Lord bring you back, and put you and bring you back into the earth. That's what it's talking about. You being brought back. Don't think you weren't here before. When it say a prophet is subject unto a prophet, nigga, you was the same cat from then. No matter what happened in this earth, no matter what happened in your family and in front of you, you are the priest and prophet of the Lord. And you hearing the word of God. You got to know that. Okay, read verse 30 again.
Verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit. They are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. Verse 31. The glory of the Lord shall endure forever. The Lord shall rejoice in his works.
The Lord, exactly, because you the one being brought back into this thing. You the one being brought back. The reason that the prophets of God exist is because Israel as a nation fell. So God sent the prophets back to raise the nation back up out of their captivity. So that way they would be safe. They would be good to go. Okay. Carry me over to Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Okay. Ecclesiastes 12 and 7.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 7.
Come on with it.
Then shall the dust return to the earth.
The dust gonna return to the earth. That's similar to what we read. Keep going.
As it was.
As it was.
And the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
And the spirit gonna return unto the Most High as he gave it. Because when you live and you live your life and you die, that body that spirit's in is going to go back to the dust, go back to the earth. But you and that spirit is going to go to the Most High and rest. You going to be the one that go back to the Lord. And what is he going to do? Send it back. Any more on that?
Law.
Read it again.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 7.
This is the Lord renewing the earth with spirit. That's you. Come on.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was. Am I going to pick up a handful of sand and pour the shit back on the ground? It's talking about you. Come on.
Comic-Con. And the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
And the spirit shall return to the Most High. You wondering why a man or a woman or a child can walk around and be alive and talk to you, look at you, yell at you, curse you out, give you a hug, give you a kiss, do all these different things with you, but they die. And in that body, that flesh thing is there, but there's nothing in it. It's because God took the spirit out. There ain't no spirit there no more. Whoever that person is gone now. And that body's going to go back to the dust. And then that spirit is going to rest with the Most High. And that spirit is going to get sent back by the Most High in whatever time the Most High chooses. Okay? And let's get it. Psalm 90 and 3. Let's go to Psalm 90 and 3, where they bring them back. Okay.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 90 and verse 3. Thou turnest man to destruction
Thou turnest man to destruction. Come on.
and sayest, return, ye children of men.
This is what it's talking about. This is the return. So we taking the information and we're patterning and doing precept upon precept for you to understand what we talking about. We started with Christ in Matthew. Now we breaking down how it go into how people are dead and come back. You can't lie and say that there ain't no reincarnation. You can't lie and say that Christ wasn't here before. Your ass was here before. Read Psalm 90 and 3 again.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 90 and verse 3. Thou turnest man to destruction and sayest, return, ye children of men.
Return, ye children of men. Return, ye children of men. What is the return? Ye children of men. Christians don't understand. People who read this Bible carnally don't understand the spirit or the nature of that. To return, ye children of men, is the spirit being brought back. That's what we in right now. You look at all these Christian pastors and Creflos and TD Jakes and all these people. Come on, Bob.
It's like if I made a definition of return as a verb. It means to go back or come back again.
To go back or come back again. The what, Bob? Because that's exactly what it's talking about. Coming back again. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Tonight is fire. Tonight is fire. Let me get these little oils going. Bear with me, y'all. Y'all bear with me. I'm doing a little extra. I hope y'all with us. These 4 people viewing, it's only 8 to. I got some more for you. Stick around with me. We're going to drop some more knowledge on you. Stick around with me. You're going to get some jewels tonight. The thanks be to the Most High. It ain't a Ratazah. It ain't me. But bear with me and I will buy in a second. We're going to drop some. I got some more for you. I was about over there like, shit. I didn't know he was going to do this shit. That's why he laughing. I ain't know Raza was doing this shit. We was just talking in the car about some other shit. I ain't know Raza was going here. Or I ain't even scratched the surface. I just want to get this little Frank and Murr popping off real quick.
And it's like what's so heavy is
Go ahead.
It's one of the facts is that we can see how nature and things in nature are reproduced. And which is so heavy is that General Muhammad actually did a demonstration with an onion. Was it an onion? It was like a potato. And he showed how when a potato dies, a potato regenerates itself upon the dead potato. And we can look at nature and see how nature reproduces and how nature reincarnates itself, but we can't see how we can reincarnate ourselves. Yep. Even when we go and look at nature as far as rain, when it rains upon the planet Earth, and it evaporates, where does that rain go? That rain evaporates back up into the clouds to get recycled, to get rain back onto the earth. Yep. So the question is, how can we say that science and the things that happen in nature is natural, and that reincarnation in nature is natural, but when it comes to reincarnation in humans, it's unnatural? We can't grasp it. We can't get our minds around it. We can't understand it. But when we talk about evaporation and we talk about the Columbus clouds and all these other clouds and the rains going up into the clouds and the puddle evaporating because of photogenesis or whatever, we can grasp our mind around that. But we can't grasp our mind around our children being reincarnated into the earth and our grandmother being reincarnated into the earth. We can't grasp it because Christianity has indoctrinated our people to the point where we think everything is a fairy tale.
Thank you, Awabot. Thank you. That what he said was right. Christianity makes you think all of that is a fairy tale, and it's not. It's reality. It's practical. It's in your face. That's what we saying. So when he reading these scriptures, he bringing out this information. Al-Ba dropping that shit, letting you know what? That you better pay attention to what the book says, not what Aratazar says. What does the Bible say? What is God talking about? Give a fuck about what I'm talking about, what Aratazar think. Give a damn Al-Ba ain't talking about what he think. We talking about what God wants. That's what the ISUPK is about. It's about what God wants. It's about what that Bible talking about. Give a damn about what I think or what I want. The hell or what I want or what I think. I want what God wants. Come on with it. Where we at?
Psalms 90:3.
Psalm 90:3. Right. That's bringing him back. Okay. Now let's get into Solomon and what Christ being Solomon. We're going to drop a little jewels right here. Okay. Proverbs 8:22. Go to Proverbs 8:22. Let's give them a second to get there. I know people watching and paying attention. Proverbs 8:22. I know me and Al-Ba sharpshooters. We're going to get there in record time. Give them a second. All right. Let's see what this is talking about. Because why? Proverbs was written by Solomon. But we're going to drop something. And I hope the people in here listening are paying attention, because it ain't Aratazar that's the one that wrote this and giving it to you. It was given to me by the priests and prophets of old, of them that was seasoned and given that authority to drop it. So thanks be to the Most High Power, I can pass it on, just like all the brothers in here. Okay. So Proverbs 8, what was it? What I said, 22? Come on.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 22. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way.
The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way. We're going to really dive into this one. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way. The Most High possessed me in the beginning of his way. I need to slow it down, Al-Ba, because this one is jewels. Keep going.
Before his works of old.
Before his works of old. What was the works of old? The creation. The beginning. Read it again from the top.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 22. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old.
This is Solomon. But how is he talking like this? Because the only ones to say this was Christ and Solomon. Read it from the top again.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 22. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old.
Keep going.
Verse 23. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning.
I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning. Here's the heavy part. Al-Ba, read it for them slow, because Solomon is dropping this. But the only ones to say this was Christ and this man, Solomon. This is how you know that Christ was Solomon, and that you only gonna get this breakdown in the Israelite School of UPK. Read it from the top.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 23. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or even the earth was.
Or what?
Or even the earth
Or
was.
ever.
Salakia, from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was.
Or ever the earth was. Let that sit with you. This is the only way. The things that the breakdowns that you gonna get. I don't think it hit him. Read it one more time.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 23.
The only ones to say this was Christ and Solomon. But we know Solomon came from David. But what is he talking about? What is Solomon talking about? Read it again.
I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or even the earth was.
Or even the earth was. Why? Because Christ was here before the earth was. But this Solomon's talking. Keep going.
Verse 24. When there was no depths.
When there was no depth. Keep going.
I was brought forth.
So how the hell is Solomon brought forth? And Solomon came from David. Because that is Christ. That is that. Keep going.
When there were no fountains.
When there were no fountains.
Abounding with water.
This is talking about creation. Keep going.
Before the mountains were settled. Before the hills I was brought forth.
Keep going.
While as yet he had not made the earth.
While as yet he had not made the earth.
Nor the fields.
Come on.
Nor the highest part of the dust of the world.
Come on.
When he prepared the heavens.
When he prepared the heavens. Hit me with it, our boy.
I was there.
I was there. You gonna tell me that Solomon ain't Christ? You gonna tell me that reincarnation ain't real? Solomon, the man, won't dare, but it was Christ that was there. It was only Christ, and Solomon ever spoke like that. He telling you. Keep going.
When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the depth, when he gave to the sea his decree, that the waters should not pass his commandment, when he appointed the fountains, the foundations of the earth.
He built it. He creating the thing. Come on.
Then I was by him.
Then I was by him. Come on.
As one brought up with him.
As one brought up with him.
And I was daily his delight.
Come on.
Rejoicing always before him.
Christ is the Son of God. The Most High is the Father. And he created Christ. And he's telling you that he was the one there. He was the one from the beginning. Don't tell me what the hell you think when the Bible's saying something else. Jesus Christ been here before, and he is not the Most High God, but Jesus Christ is the Son of God. He's the King, and we honor the King, and we serve the Most High. You can't trick me up in this bag. You can't flip the shit. You PK, baby. The only place you're going to get the breakdown. Keep going.
Kawakan, verse 31. Rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth. And my delights were with the sons of men.
And the delights were with the sons of men. Drop down to verse 34.
Verse 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors.
Come on.
For whosoever findeth me findeth life.
Who else said that? You were just talking about Christ. You ain't getting to the kingdom unless it's through Christ. But we reading about this in Proverbs. How? Because it's the same thing. It's the same one. You ain't getting to the kingdom unless it's through Christ. Come on.
And shall obtain favor of the Lord.
For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor with the Most High, with the Lord. So are you saying that we should serve Solomon? No, it's Christ that we supposed to be the one rolling with. We ain't, but Solomon dead and gone. But there's only them ones that spoke like that. Keep going.
Verse 36. And he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that hate me love death.
All they that hate me love death. He telling you how to get through. He's saying what? But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. You play with the Lord if you want to. Play with the king if you want to. Solomon been dead and gone, but it's the spirit. It's that same Adam, Melchizedek, Isaac, Solomon, and Christ. It's the same. Can't tell us. We done ran that shit down to the T. You didn't gonna tell me who we talking about? We know who the king is. Yahushua, Mashiach is the king. But we reading in Proverbs with Solomon. Why? Because he was here before. Told you we was gonna get this joint in, man. Don't tell me who else that is. Who else would that be in 35 and 36? Come on, man. We're gonna carry over to we're gonna get John. Let me see 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. That was in the 36. Okay. What was the other thing I was talking about? I said Christ, but it was something else I wanted to bring out. I forgot. Oh, Job. The Job joint. Okay. So we there on that. Job, I want to bring out. Any questions? Anybody in the room? Anybody got any questions?
I do got a question.
Come on.
Salakia, if I may, could you, Baba Kashar, break down these so-called prophets and I guess correlate them to something in the scripture on how they are able to, I don't know how they call it, accumulate their prophecy to real life. I don't know if you see those TikToks or those people on Facebook and YouTube where they can call out a brother or sister and say, oh, your mother's maiden name is this, and they're going through that. Can you break that down?
What do you mean? Give me a little more.
So like, I be scrolling on TikTok sometimes, and this, I don't know who he is, but he's famous for prophesying in his church. And he has a whole TikTok page of him just prophesying to people. And he'll call a random woman out and say, your son is dealing with this, and he got cut from a football team, and blah, 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 blah. And it's real specific.
Okay.
And I was just wondering if you can break down what that actually is.
What that actually is just relative, meaning, oh, you got me? Okay. Yeah, it's just relative, like it's relation. It's almost like if I say, Oh yeah, man, working at a factory and a job be hard as hell. And I look at you, and then you go, it is hard. Damn, how you know that? What Christians play into is they know what you going through, and then they're going to pinpoint that. It's more that kind of leans towards what the scriptures call familiar spirits, but it's just relating to what your traumas are. Because if I know that you're a black boy growing up in America, then I can kind of pinpoint with you ain't have a father. There's some drugs involved somewhere, and if not, then maybe I can pinpoint the mother. So there's only two routes the mother can go. The mother could either be successful in her business and job, military, depending on where you live. If you live anywhere between North Carolina, Florida, Alabama, South Carolina, more than likely your mama went into the army. And then I can pinpoint, oh, you ain't grow up in the South. Maybe you grew up in California or New York. Okay, there's a chance your mama ain't grow up in that, but there's drugs involved because I know what we go through over there just to survive. And then I'm pinpointing different areas to make it sound like I know you. And in reality, I don't know you. I'm just playing off your traumas. And it sound good because the more I pinpoint who you are and what you talking about, then you're going to believe me. Right. And really, I'm just lying and just picking. Oh, were you born from the South? Are you from the South? I did have a grandmama that was in the South. I did grow up with my grandmama. Yeah. And she was a heavy set woman, was she not? How'd you know she was heavy set? She was kind of big. She couldn't walk too, huh? She had a wheelchair, didn't she? It's all right. God gonna treat us the same way in every kind of way for you to understand. Yeah, nothing. She did have and she went to church every weekend, right? She sure did. My grandma did go to church every weekend. How you know that? Well, ask your little brother. How you know I had a little brother? Because your mom was a whore. So you got different daddies, don't you? I had a different father with my brother. It's just a play on what your traumas are to you. So anybody on TikTok or whatever, and they looking like they prophesying and changing, it's just a matter of divinations of just looking at you and kind of matching until you agree. So if you want to talk about how the prophets, what was the question again? How the prophets did what now?
I just want a general breakdown on them prophesying because some they'll do general prophecies and then others they'll be real specific. Like your son, like I seen one where he called out some woman and told her that your son was basically going through something dealing with a football. And he he said dealing with something with a football. And right now he has nowhere to go because he felt like the football was his only option. And she come out, oh my God, my son just got cut from the NFL team.
Now wait. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now, how black woman with a son playing football, that ain't hard to relate to. Right. You get what I'm saying? He's whoever that pastor or whatever was, it ain't hard to single out a single mother with a son on a football team who got cut or whatever. That don't be tricked by easily being guided by what? Just taking your trauma and relating it to whatever sermon they have. Right. It's easy. If I look at you, if a woman come in class today and I see she come in with a 2-year-old. 50-50 is the father's not in the child's life because that's the trauma that Israel's facing. So a wicked pastor or a Christian is going to placate to their trauma and say what? Oh, well, hey, sister, this is a Christian pastor's bullshit. Right here, I'm going to give you some Christian pastor bullshit. A black woman walks in, a younger looking black woman walks into a church and has a 2-year-old in her arms. Easily a Christian pastor can say, hello, sister. You know, you must not have a man. No, I don't have a man. Well, you know, God removed that man because he's either a drug dealer or a gang member. And the woman is going to say, how'd you know he was doing that? How'd you know he was a drug dealer and a gang member? Well, sister, you know, you and your son, I know you want to get your son. He growing up strong and want to be in the league and want to be playing basketball. How you know my son like basketball? He always loved to play with a ball at the house. Because the propaganda is only a black man can be a basketball player, football player, rapper, any of that. He could have switched it up. Right. He could have said this. Oh, well, sister, you know your son, he gonna be a poet. He gonna be a rapper and a great musical artist. Oh my God, he picked up the karaoke machine the other day. How did you know that he was gonna be that? Well, sister, I could tell by the Spirit of God that, you know, that little boy gonna be a great artist, a great musical. He gonna be the next Bobby Brown and Michael Jackson. And that's what you cannot fall for. So anybody playing to that, the prophets didn't do that. The prophets didn't play along with, you know, the traumas of what Israel was going through to rob them or lie to them. That's what the priests and these Christianity, the pastors do. Pastors gonna lie and say, oh, well, you know, they're gonna just do like I said earlier, like the divination, the people who read the tarot cards and shit like that. So it sounds like they know you and they're prophesying and they can see some kind of future. And it's just an easy game on knowing your trauma. That's all it really come down to. So when you go back and watch them up there, you'll see like they just placating on knowing a black woman or black man's trauma and playing on really if they paid them to do that or not. They could be part of the game. Right. That's what I'm thinking. They could be part of the game, but then at the same time, it's easy to kind of manipulate the trauma and then kind of wiggle your way into a pinpoint of saying like, well, it's like it's almost like 50-50. So if a Christian pastor wants to lie, they'll say, oh, well, you know, sister, the father ain't in the child's life. No, the daddy is there. He there. He be there. Oh, okay, sis. But even though he there, you know, he got to get off selling them drugs. That's what I was telling him. Now he going that route. So the one area he was going to was the father ain't there. When the woman confirmed the father is in the child's life, then he tried to create a fork in the road if he sell drugs or not. So when the woman says, he do be doing that shit, I'm sick of him selling drugs and all that. Now he gonna go that fork in the road. The next fork in the road is, and he got a lot of felonies, don't he? How you know that? Because he got 2 felonies and he don't really. Now the Christian pastor gonna play on that and say, "Yeah, sister, we got a prison program in our church. If you would come down next Sunday, we could talk about it." And then now the motherfucker, you see what I'm saying? It's Christianity and pastors are the most snake motherfuckers you could think of. To where they'll make you think they know some shit and they just being a snake. Just like any snake nigga would do. Try to get to know you, to try to get ahead of the game on you to tear you down. Next thing you know, that woman having sex with the pastor and wondering why, the pastor treating her like garbage because she gave up the box and she don't know how she ended up in the bed with the pastor. It's all about game. They run a game over there. Christianity runs a game. So don't be, fooled by it appears, they might know something somebody else don't know. The prophets in the Bible, the prophets spoke the word of God. And they spoke the word of God regardless of how you felt about it, what your situation was, whatever. They taught the word of the Lord. So I hope did I kind of answer that? You know what I'm saying? So them TikTok-y motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what happens over here, we gonna drop them jewels, drop that knowledge. All right. So anything we got online, anybody got any questions? We coming up on 8:45. We got about 10 or 15 minutes left. How about you got anything? You good? All right, we good over here. Let me get into this Job a little bit. All right, let's go to Job 1 and 7. Matter of fact, no, Job 1 and 7, and then we'll work our way back up. Let's go to Job 1 and 7. Job, go ahead, Alba, go ahead.
Salakia, this is the book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 7. Right. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
Satan said, going to and fro in the earth. Satan is an angel of the Lord. Satan said, going to and fro in the earth. Keep going.
And walking up and down in it.
And from walking up and down in it. Because Satan and the demons are finding any and every way to try to get you to sin against the Most High God. That's Satan's job and the demons, is to get you to sin against the Most High. That's their job. Just like you go to your slavery and you do that job, Satan's job is to get you to sin against the Most High. You must fight that thing. You must fight Satan and them demons and prove to the Most High that you love him. And you're not going to listen to Satan and his demons. That's the job. That's the work. That's the fight. Okay, read it one more time.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said.
Satan answered the Lord. So when the hell did Satan ever, betray the Most High and take 2/3 of the angels with him and go to some place called hell and establish his own underworld empire under the earth?
Right.
It says Satan is reporting to the Most High.
Just like if I may.
Please.
Which is so heavy, because if Satan got kicked out, how the hell he's just willy-dilly just walking up into heaven?
Niggas got passports to heaven.
Just willy-nilly, just walking up into heaven.
Niggas got passports to heaven, the earth, and hell. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
And said, from going to and fro in the earth,
From going to or I'm going in and out the earth. Think I'm going across here, across there, in and out the earth. Come on.
and from walking up and down in it.
And from walking up and down in it. He doing the work. He trying to weed out who really don't love the Most High. Them demons, Satan and them demons, trying to get up on you to weed out if you really love the Most High. And for you brothers and sisters listening, the three I got in here, and y'all better realize how Satan get down.
Mm-hmm.
Satan trying to weed out who love the Most High. If you truly love the Most High, then prove it with your actions. When Satan come to tempt you to sin against the Most High, don't sin against the Most High. And you weigh it with the Bible. You go back and you read where you can't eat and say and do what you want. Weigh it against the scriptures, and you'll know if you got a demon on you.
Right.
Fight the demon off. Fight the demon off. Thanksgiving just went by. We got Christmas coming up. You know you ain't supposed to celebrate no damn Christmas, but the demon gonna come and tell you it's okay to celebrate Christmas.
Right.
Don't celebrate Christmas. The demon gonna say it's okay, but you know it ain't right. Fight that demon off. Don't celebrate Christmas. Keep going.
And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
The Lord brought Job up to Satan. Hast thou considered my servant Job? And here's another thing about the spirit of the Most High. You think the God is lovey-dovey and special and all good and all loving and all this other bullshit. The Lord is the one that brought the warfare. The Lord is the one that said, what? Read it again.
And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
Hast thou considered my servant Job? Shit, you ain't tried him.
Right.
You tried him? Have you considered my servant Job? This don't sound like Satan. Don't sound like somebody that's in opposition with the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a conversation, and the Most High is the one bringing Job to the attention of Satan. Hast thou considered my servant Job? Meaning, put some work on him. What you gonna do with him?
Right.
Come on, keep going.
That there is none like him in the earth.
That there ain't none like him in the earth. Why? Because Job was doing exactly what he needed to do in serving the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lord brought Job to Satan's attention. Satan didn't bring Job to the Lord's attention. The Lord said, have you not considered my servant Job? What this story about Job predates Israel, meaning it goes before the man Israel. This story has been in art, culture, and history forever, for the longest. And what this is supposed to show you is how to fight Satan. It's supposed to show you how to deal with everyday life, be it brothers, sisters, Satan, the job. This is the kind of thing you got to deal with. And Job went through the worst of the worst. Okay, keep going.
A perfect and upright man.
A perfect and upright man. A perfect and upright man. What verse you in?
Verse 8.
Okay. So Satan is what? He's a subservient. He's an employee to the Most High. That's what Satan is. So Satan is the one saying, oh, like Satan must be ordered to test by the Lord. In order for Satan to go and test somebody or tempt somebody, rather, the Lord is the one that authorizes these things. The Lord is the one that's doing these things. But Job did nothing to warrant being hurt the way he was hurt. But he still got that on him. Why? Keep going.
one that feareth God and escheweth evil.
Right. So what does it mean for what the Lord is saying? Have you not read that part again? Have you not tried read that again?
Comic-Con, verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
What was the Most High saying when he did this? What was he trying to get what was he trying to get across for Job? What the Most High was trying to get across was the Most High believed that by trying Job, he believed that Job was up for the challenge. So when the Lord sends Satan to try you, Satan comes to tempt you, it's trying you because you are worthy to take that on. And if you choose to take it on and win and not sin against the Most High, it was already there from the jump. But if you fall to Satan and the demon's temptation, then you've fallen when you didn't have to. You got to take that on, just like when you exercise or work out. If you try to run a mile and you succeed in running that mile, your body was meant to run that mile and take that mile on. You didn't give up. Just like if you go to bench press, a lot of men do bench presses, and you go to bench press 225. You put that weight on that bar, you lift that bar up, bring it down, bring it back up. You fought through that and pushed through that weightlifting. Same thing with temptation. When Satan comes to tempt you to sin against the Most High, it is an honor to take on that battle, and you should win that battle. And know that the Lord saw Job and did what? Believed he was up for the challenge. But it was up to Job to take the challenge on. He could have failed. He could have succeeded. We're going to read about it right here. Come on with it.
Slakia, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth?
Because the Most High offered up Job to Satan to be tested. And the Lord challenged Satan to work harder. The Lord challenged Satan to work harder. That's what happens every time he come to try you. Imagine just like when Satan come to try you, imagine we serving the Most High as a nation. Satan's job is a lot harder than before. Oh, I'm sorry, Albay. Go ahead. Satan's job is a lot harder. Satan's job is 10 times harder when he got to try to get a nation to go against the Most High, and the nation is serving the Most High. You understand? He's trying to break us. But the more we resist Satan and resist that temptation and those demons, we making Satan's job harder. That's what the Lord was trying to do. Make Satan's job harder. Okay? Because the Most High wants us tested so that way what? We can sit here and prove to the Most High we love him. Come on, Awabah.
And Salaki, if I may, what you're saying is so heavy because today in today's society, like I brought out last week, is that we believe in that Satan is coming after us and Satan wants to make our life a living hell, and that Satan just hates us, and that Satan is doing this and Satan is doing that, and Satan is doing this and Satan is doing that. It allows us to keep the wool over our face,
right?
And allows us not to look at what we are doing, because no matter what we're doing, we have the mindset, well, the devil is going to stop me anyway. The devil's going to try to kill me. He's going to try to unalive my people. Yeah. The devil's going to try to take my mind. So no matter what I do,
right?
But if we have the mindset that it's not the devil, it's not Satan, but it's God, now we have to sit down and say, damn, Satan ain't the one doing it, it's God. So why is God doing this? Why is God trying to unalive my mother? Why is God trying to take this job away from me? And it's not Satan, it's God. So why is God trying to do that? It makes us think, and it makes us be self-aware. Us believing that Satan is the one that is doing this allows us not to be self-aware and allows us not to take accountability. So what you're bringing out is heavy.
Damn right. It takes away, right. Because now you got to be on top of your game. You got to know what's coming after you and what's not coming after you. You got to know what's trying to tear you down and destroy you. And that's the thing we're trying to bring back out into the truth. That's the thing we're trying to bring back out into the community and the nation of Israel through the truth. Because we running around here thinking it is what it is. You know, oh, well, my life is just like this for whatever. No, these things are happening for a reason. And you must know that reason so you can fight back. Right. Israel is already a nation of fighters. I mean, I've seen black women, Hispanic women fighting tooth and nail. Black men are the strongest thing on this earth. Black men be going through everything, and we still living and survive. Okay. But the Most High, again, offered up Job to Satan to be tested and challenge Satan to work harder, because the Most High wants us tested. And we should take that test and pass. If Satan come to you wanting to get high again, Satan coming tempting you with them demons to go smoke weed, right, do drugs, have sex with multiple men for you sisters, treat your children like garbage, abortion, all of that, talking back to your man and arguing and all this stuff, that's Satan, that's the demons. For you brothers, want to do drugs again, pop whores, have sex with all kinds of women, have sex with another man's woman, being a drunkard, drinking too much and overdoing it. You know, that's Satan. You must fight that and win that test. Right. All right. Keep going.
A perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil.
That was a question, because that's how Job got down. Job won't go in for that shit. Job was in line. So when the Lord said, do you not consider my servant Job? Now it's time to try him. It's his turn.
Right.
Because he was doing that. Eschewing evil, fearing the Most High, upright. But keep going.
Verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doeth Job fear God or not?
Don't Job fear God for nothing? Meaning, like, he doing what he's supposed to do. Yeah, he don't fear you for nothing, but keep going.
Verse 10. Has not thou made a hedge about him?
You protecting him. Has not thou made a hedge about him? Keep going.
And about his house,
and
about all that he hath on every side. Thou hast blessed the works of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land.
And his substance is increased in the land, because the Lord, Job doing what the Lord say, he good, he protected, what he put his hand forth to, the fruition comes. It becomes something. He's serving the Most High, doing right. He's upright. He ain't listening to no evils. He's doing what he's supposed to do. So Satan is saying to the Lord, yo, you want me to go try? You asking me that I try him, but you protecting him. You got the hedge on him. Let's see what the Lord got to say about that. Come on.
Verse 11. But put forth thy hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
What is Satan saying right here? When he says put forth thy hand, Satan wants command from the Lord to go at Job. Satan wants the order. Let me get him. You talking about this dude and you saying, have I not tried him? Let me get him. Put forth thy hand. Give me the command to go get him. Give me that command. Oh, come on, Alba. Okay. Put forth thy hand. Satan wants command from the Lord to go at Job. Because why? Here's the heavy part. Why is Satan saying he wants command from the Lord to go do that? Why? Why? Because Satan is on a mission to please the Most High. He wants Job. Now he like, okay, well then let me go deal with him then. And I'm going to show you that he don't love you. That's what you got to recognize when Satan come to try you. Satan's trying to prove he on a mission to please the Most High. Keep going.
Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. Verse 13.
And the Lord said unto Satan. Now remember in verse 11, Satan was on that mission to please the Most High because he wanted that command. That's why he said, and he will curse thee to thy face. Then the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath in his is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. That was the command from God that you got the authority to go deal with Job. Only you can't kill him, but you can take from him. You can kill what he got. You can destroy his life. Do whatever you got to do. And now it's proven ground, boy. It's 9:02, boy. We're going to continue Job next week, Lord allow. If not the week after that, we're going to get more into that. But Satan got the command from the Most High to go deal with Job. We're going to continue this story. Everybody, you got anything? That's it. That's it tonight, Hebrews. That's it tonight, Israel. I know you want to continue. You don't want to leave the story off. But we got to roll up out of here. The Lord's time is the Lord's time. Okay. Lord allow, we'll come right back to this point in Job. All right. We're gonna end the class. Anybody, we're gonna get up out of here. Don't worry. All right. We're gonna end the class right here. Okay. Pay your tithes. Subscribe. Do what you need to do. Get up in the UPK. Get that protection. You see what's happening in Russia. You see what's happening in China. You see what's happening overseas. It's coming to America real soon. Right. Be prepared. Don't worry. The Lord is with you. Stay up in this body. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Stay strong. Fight them demons. We right there fighting the demons with you. For you brothers and sisters, call up your camp leader. For you sisters that got husbands, follow your husband in his truth. For you brothers, you know what I'm saying? Stay down, stay strong. Don't let Satan win. Keep the brotherhood, keep it strong. We love you. We in here. Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua for all the leaders and body, the water officers, Zion, the water officers all through Fayetteville. Big up. Hey, Captain Ayatak, if you listening, I love you. We getting it in. I will abide. You like going out slugging. Look, ISUBK, the home of the truth. We out of here. I will abide. We're gonna clip it. If you got any issues, call up us. Man, we doing this damn thing, man. All right. ISUBK, Fayetteville, North Carolina. We up out of here. Check in next Sunday. Check in Monday tomorrow. Officer Bonka, y'all's getting it in. Tuesday, Cap 9 Thoughts getting in on the Brotherhood. Wednesday, Officer Kowal's going down with the biblical law. General Mahyman, Thursday, Officer Kwadum with the language. We rocking camps. We out there downtown Fayetteville. I'll run all night. Okay. Hey, shalom, family. We'll check in next time. Shalom.